You know? Yes, we have audio. Nice. What's going on, Andy? Welcome first. Nice. I'm gonna have to get you a medal. I spent all day on this thing, and yeah, it's just cursed. Absolutely no luck at all. Well, I've had like varying results. I went a bit over the top with capacitors. There's 4 capacitors right there. And I even used the DC-DC isolator in a bunch of different places. I think like the length of my wires and stuff is not helping. I think if all of this was on one board, you probably wouldn't have any issues. Or maybe just like some ground isolation and like 2 capacitors probably. So I have been looking at other boards and other modules, but I haven't like ordered any of them, and it'll probably be from AliExpress. So that'll probably take a while to arrive. I was gonna try to do this watch. Let me move this out of the way. Why can we throw this for now? This out of the way. Just try to move this battery somewhere safe-ish. Okay, I've got a little bit of room now. This workspace is just chaos right now though. I was going to do this. Yo, what's going on, Squash? But I can't find a 1/4-inch adapter for my Dremel, for like my flap wheels and stuff. I don't really fancy doing it all by hand. The accuracy is like quite difficult. And also I wouldn't be able to replate it currently, because it turns out for like a half decent result, it's not so much voltage you need control, it's current. And I can't do that with like just like a wall adapter, like a DC wall adapter. I'd need like a benchtop power supply. I'll show you how rough this one is. Like it needs some work. Microscope. Let's remove this tape. I'm gonna have to like clean this worktop in a minute probably, because it is driving me crazy. I need to have a look into the frame rate on this as well, because it should be doing 30, I think, but that doesn't look 30. Let's have a look. Yeah, this thing is in a poor state. It's just a bit rusty. You're just a tad. Crusty watch body. Yep. This one would need to do like this hammer down. Yeah, I hit it with a hammer and it just went boom. No, we've put that to the side for now, because I spent all day parching with that with like varying results. So I just needed a quick break. I do have a controller. I might try and parch it now. I don't think I'm going to be able to solve the issue on either of them. If I can't, I might be able to just combine the both boards, if I'm thinking about it correctly. USB on the bottom board, and that one bottom was fine on that top one. Yeah, I should be able to just combine them into one working controller if it comes to it. I'd rather fix both and have 2 working controllers. The ones I've just put to the side, because they're also cursed. But this is what I was going to do, but I might need to order. Well, I was looking on Amazon. You can get like a chuck for like a Dremel. But the Amazon reviews were saying like they were shit, and the only photo I could see on the review was like one, and it was all like twisted and bent. The vlog was like, yeah, bent first time I used it. It's like, because I'd have to polish and like probably a bit of sand in with some abrasive pads. This, I already stripped it down like ages ago. Like literally, I found a lot of my electroplating supplies. They were like from 5 years ago, I think it was now. And I've forgotten most of the stuff. I have this case too. It's not in as bad of condition. But if we polish this, it probably need replating, because this is going to be a brass body as well. The strap, the wristband is in decent condition though. I've got like a bunch of other ones here, but I'm not as interested in doing them because I like Seiko watches. No better case. I don't really want to swap out the case. I like to keep them all original if I can. This one, I don't know if it's too far gone. But this one wouldn't really be an issue. But trying to get a good job on the plating is not as easy. But I do have some other like straps and stuff like I don't care about, which are like big chunky brass ones. So we could probably practice on that, but I don't have a benchtop power supply at the moment to do the plating. I've got like all the chemicals to do nickel plating, and small amounts of other stuff to do brush plating. I found my 24 karat gold, turns out most of it's leaked because it's been sitting upside down for years. But these are the faces for these watches. It's a really beautiful watch. I can't remember which one goes to which. Oh, this one's got some damage on the dial, which is a shame. Because there's a Seiko 5. Wonder if that could somehow be painted in. The other one, I think that's a champagne dial, is in lovely condition. Yeah, these are just sat for years. I've done a bunch of them, and I used to wear them daily, the other ones I've done. But then I kind of like, I got sidetracked and went on to like another hobby. I do have like a big bench grinder, but running that would be really loud. I could put my flap wheels and stuff on there. Got all different polishing compounds. That's the strap for this one here. So pretty nice strap on this one as well. I think I've got like 2 Timexes and a Casio I potentially might do as well, and a bunch of like other random ones. I've got like a police watch. I probably wouldn't ever wear a police watch though. And some other makes I've not heard of. I used to buy like job lots of all different ones. I'd mainly buy them for like, I'd see, oh look, there's like 2 Seikos in that job watch, and I just buy them for that basically. You got a smaller, yeah, I got an ultrasonic to clean them. That's why I've got the ultrasonic that I use for like cleaning the Xbox controllers and all that kind of stuff now. Because I used to, like, you get these and they would just be manky basically, just years of people's like skin and grime in the straps and everything basically. So yeah, they'd always need ultrasonic cleaning. And that's why this is removed. Like, I'm fine with the glasses on this, or if I've got a replacement here for it. I can't remember. I've got a tool to pop them in and out, just like a pretty primitive tool. Like different adapters, like plastic ones, and it's just like a bit of metal and a pry, like a lever. But these two are just quartz watches as well. I'm trying to work on the mechanics of a mechanical watch. It's like probably a bit beyond me. I'd forget where all the parts go. It's a shame the body of this isn't stainless, because we could just polish it up and won't have to worry about replating it. But yeah, this is one I probably will do. I don't know when though. When I was doing some research, when I said I was looking at what are they called, like the headsets, other headsets, wireless ones on eBay and like job lots, like wireless ones, the ones which have like the dongles. Turns out you can't use them without the dongle, because they're not actually Bluetooth headsets. They use 2.4 gigahertz, so that's like the same as Wi-Fi. I guess it's just like better for latency and stuff. And so yes, basically the receiver's a 2.4 gigahertz receiver, and a lot of them do like a lot of the audio processing on that as well. You could still use the speakers and stuff the way we have on the other ones, but I don't think you could take advantage of the boards inside. You could salvage the battery from it. Obviously it won't be as good as a new one, because it's going to have a bunch of cycles already on it. For you to have a battery and a housing, basically, and obviously both ears already connected. But I don't think you could make any other use of them. Okay, that's a bit cleaner now. Yeah, you could buy a broken cheap Bluetooth one and adapt it maybe. Yeah, wireless lag less, but audio can be better quality on Bluetooth. Yeah, only on certain Bluetooths though, when using certain codecs, and like the standard codecs are not very good apparently, if you want like high quality audio. I gotta figure out which board set is which as well on this. I think we are going to have to look at selling a couple of the controllers. This might be the one with the short. Which is why gaming one's USB wirelessly only. Yeah, because of the latency. Yeah, they're best for gaming. They're 2.4 gigahertz. But I do have like a bunch of different modules and stuff in my basket at the moment on AliExpress. So at some point I will order them. Maybe some more faulty controllers. I don't know if MD has any recommendations for any things they'd like to see fixed, because I'll try anything. It's more fun when it's difficult. I'd like to eventually figure it out and not just be stuck on it for a million videos. But it's like nice to try something new. I think this controller's got a short on I think it's J1 or J2, I'll have to look now. J2, I think. Yeah, I think so. Let's see if it is this one, I can't remember, because one's got a short between here and here, and yeah, it's got a dodgy USB port. I don't know which two boards I've just combined, but this one is not powering on right now, so we'll try the USB port in the other direction. Nothing, okay. Don't know where my carbon fiber pry tool is right now. So we will Oh, this one's messy. It's got like flux and everything. Thermal camera. Sadly, I don't have a thermal camera. It'd be nice to get one at some point, but I think I should probably get like hottie and a benchtop power supply before then, plus like a bunch of other stuff to potentially work on, because it'd be no good, because I don't like run a repair shop or anything. I need to be able to like have stuff to actually like do, so I need to be purchasing stuff for that as well. I know what's going on, Rusty. Let's try disconnecting. I think I said it was J2, didn't I? Yeah, so it is this one. So I'm looking to like maybe purchase like maybe some job lots of stuff I can repair. I can't seem to get any good job lots on controllers for a reasonable price, because that's what I'm most comfortable with. If I could get a job lot of these at a good price, I'd happily fix these all day. But I could try some other stuff. I've been looking like PlayStation 1s because they look fairly cheap, but most of them seem to have the same issue where it doesn't read the disc. I found some Xbox One controllers. Yeah, the Xbox Ones you can get fairly cheap. I want to get the Xbox Series ones because that's what I'm used to. And I've got like all the parts for and everything, and they can be calibrated. And like I've got like a ridiculous amount of thumbsticks here. Like I can't even remember how many. I think I put 30 odd of the Alps. I can't even see where they are now. Where did I put them? Oh, here. So we have some Alps. And then 2 generations of Ginfuls, the newest ones, and then the ones before. But I'm gonna have to look what I need to do that polishing and stuff. Like I don't know if I'm just gonna need good recommendations for benchtop power supply. That'll probably be what I get next. Because it'd be nice to do some electroplating and stuff. How good of a job I can get with a Dremel and my Dremel desk attachment compared to like my actual bench grinder that I put the wheels on. But running that is like, this entire setup would just probably vibrate to death, and it's ridiculously loud. I would need like earphones on, and I couldn't be doing that late at night. Yeah, you could maybe use IPA to see what's getting hot if you think you have a short. Oh yeah, I've already figured out where the short is basically. Is the only thing that's ever got hot is the actual port itself, basically. So that's been like the issue. The short is between here and this chip, and it seems to be short in ground here. So this is like, because this got like really hot once, not always. But I don't know if there's an issue with the chip itself. I've tested all the components between. I could show you guys in the microscope. Let's try and get a nice close up here. Let's try and get this microscope down. There you go. Is that okay, focus-wise? I did try IPA and all sorts a whole bunch of times. But if I go into continuity mode, try not to pull it off the desk. This comes in here, up here, down here. This is a Xena diode. One of these is the RF and the other is something else I can't remember. And then it goes across more Xena diodes. You got capacitors here. These all seem really small compared to what I was looking at before. I think I might have had it like right down when I was looking at it before. See how close we can get. Okay, that's a bit better. This guy does not want to move out of the way. I see you. Tuck over here, maybe. So, yeah, I tested all of these. I think these are regular capacitors. These are just decoupling, I think. But I can test them all again. They are like tiny though. I remember this being a lot easier than it is. Oh, to measure these. Okay, yeah, we're pushed on there and there. Maybe if I put my lights a bit better on this. Maybe just see a bit better. Yeah, so that's fine. This one, I think we should get a reading across. I can't remember. Yeah. This one, fine. No components under there. Nothing there. We should get a reading across this one. This one I have no idea how to read it. This one is fine. I was just touching this side over here. I think then. Let's check. Yeah, that's fine. And that one's fine. And that one's fine. And this also splits off to these here. So these ones we probably shouldn't get a reading across, I think. Yeah. Yeah. This one, yes. Yeah. So it all seems fine. And this comes from this one. So I'm super confused. That's why I think there's an issue under here. But once I did clean all of this with a toothbrush and then it magically like worked with it tucked in. Wait. Is it? Did that scrape away a bit when I done that? I think that's just the base anyway. Now we're just scratching the base, I think, are we? This substrate underneath. That's a confusing one. I don't know if anybody's got any recommendations for that. And if we think the issue is here. If it is, we're screwed. Because we don't have our data to take it off and have a look or reflow it. I've tried looking like underneath it and all sorts of different angles. Let's flip to the 3D mode. Where even is that? Over here somewhere? I will have to focus there. If you give me 2 seconds. See, that all looks fine. And it would be on that side if there was an issue. It's hardly ever the ARM chipset. Okay. I thought I had a bad ARM chip too, but I bought a replacement. But I did a stream on the repair, and Uber Michael jumped on stream and said it's hardly ever the ARM chipset. Okay, that's good to know, because Uber does like a lot of where the hell? It's just before, because there you go. A lot of them, like controllers and stuff. But that looks fine, so I can't figure out what the issue would be. Because everything, as far as I can tell, is reading correct on that line. And it's only between G2 and the chip that the short seems to be. I would try plugging it in and see if you get the voltage at the port. Then try to see if anything gets hot, IP or touch. So I would definitely help. Yeah, I did try that. The only thing I could get, like I've tried a bunch of times, but one of the times this got hot to the touch, because I tried IPA on like everything around here, touching everything. But once this got hot, like ow, kind of hot, the port itself. But I've tried it with like other boards to eliminate the bottom board. I tried this top board on another controller, and I had the exact same issue. So I've managed to rule out it being the bottom board and something to do with the top board. And obviously, like when I unplug this, it powers on fine. So to me, I would say it's got to be between here and here. But yeah, I probably will end up swapping the board out. If I was just hoping it'd be an easy fix and I could have 2 working controllers. But yeah, we probably will just have to just end up swapping them. Is that a hole on one of them on the chip as well? Oh, am I seeing things? I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know what pin number it is on the SoC. That one there. Oh no, I think it might just be the reflection. Let's go in. That test point, I think. Where to go from there? From the test point up here, down here. Okay. Yeah, power's on without J2 connected. I'll plug it in now, so you guys can see. And then I'll flip it over, so you can see the light. See it's lit up. And if I unplug it, so yeah, it works completely fine. Um, I don't think it is the antennas, because the antenna is like this wire here, like the jumper wire. But this is the antenna here. And this is on the bottom board. And I've tried it on other controller, like swapped both around, and confirmed the top board is the issue. So I plug this into another controller, this top board, into another bottom board, then the same issue happens. So that's what made me think there's something on here, just because I can't see like what else it could be on. Let me unplug this one. Wish I could find my carbon pry tool. Makes removing these a little bit easier. It's thinner. Let's remove that so we can get a better view. See, you can see the trace comes in. So you've got these decoupling, these Xena diodes, which I learned what they do. Apparently they can give a set voltage output regardless of the input. I don't know if obviously there's some variation to the input. So when you need like a stable, which makes sense because chips like this need like very stable voltages, it's just making sure that the voltage going into this is stable. And these are just decoupling to get rid of any noise. But I don't know what either of these two do. I know one is for the RF. So maybe one of these, because these are the only two I haven't tested, because I'm not too sure how to test them. Remove the last inline blue cap on that trace. Yes, see what I'm saying, and plug in antenna to put on. I could do, you know how difficult that's going to be though. Have you seen how small these things are? Let's just pull out my soldering iron. I normally use the the knife. This is way smaller than the knife I use. And let's have a look at this difference in these components to my soldering tip. I'm just going to hoover half of the board up, I think. I think even with my smallest tip, that would still be a challenge. If I'm making like one slip, like 1/10 of a millimeter out of place, I'm taking them capacitors. Yo, what's going on, James? Good evening, how's things? I don't know much controllers, but aren't both just RF antennas? And it should really be any power going to them, that's why it's weird. It won't power up with J2 connected. Yeah, that's what I'm connected. I've got the schematics, I can pull them up. Well, I say I've got the schematics. I know where the schematics are on online. They're on acid mods. Xbox Series. Is this a 1914, I think, is it 19? Okay, chill out. 1914 schematics. Let's see if we can pull this up. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I just typed and clicked enter and nothing happened. Xbox controller. Model 1914. Schematic. Where's the actual? Okay, this might be a. Okay, I've got it. Okay, 2 seconds. What is this? Something Xbox? Yeah, it's an Xbox Series controller. Xbox Series. Could cut the trace then. Okay. So if we go down to the schematic for the this one here. Wait, it's not this board we need. It is the SOC. I can't remember where you're coming in now. J2 we're looking for. Where was J2? I think it's here somewhere because these are the RF chips and stuff. Oh yeah, there's J1 and there's J2. So we got RF F2 and T2. And this here on the right hand side, you move it across, you can see this is just the main chip. So decoupling, this one's a series of Zener diode, decoupling into the RF. So I guess we test this one here. Should only one of these be ground? I guess we're passing this, that's going to be voltage going through there. Yeah. So 3, it should not be ground. Let me flip back to the chat. Yeah, what's going on, Fortifix? How's things? Could try plugging in the other antenna into that port. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to cross them because they both go to different aerials. So they're meant to connect to different parts on there. Because if we have a look down here, this is where the other one goes. It goes to this antenna here. So we go. I don't even know what EG4 is. I have to have a look. But I can see like 3 Zener diodes, even though only 2 of them look like Zener diodes. But I could be wrong. I guess because it's not the right color for a ceramic. Oh, the issue is a short. Right here. Between here and here, I'd assume. Because we've swapped out the boards I have in the past to confirm that if I put this top board on another bottom board, that the same issue occurs, basically. So it means the issue must be on there. And it only happens when we unplug. It will power on if we unplug this, and if we plug this in, it won't power on, because this seems to be shorting for some reason. But I've tested all of these, and they all seem fine. Like the capacitors, all the ones going to ground. I'm not getting a read-in continuity on any of them. The Zener diodes, we are getting continuity, but they're in series, so we should. Did you measure the resistance on the antenna wire between the center pin and the outer ground? So between this pin here and this one. Oh wait, let me switch back over to the microscope. I was talking the entire time and showing stuff, and yeah, you can't see. My bad. Yeah, so between the center pin here and the outer shell, is that what you're saying? For resistance, what you said? No? The wire. But the wire should be fine because the wire is part of the bottom board. And if I swap out this bottom board for another bottom board, it's the same issue. It's only the port that's part of this top board, because this is connected via jumper, these two boards. I see, sorry, measure the PCB MHF4 port. Where is that? MHF4. That's the antenna port. Ah, okay. So is that J2 that you're on about, or it's just what they're called? Ah, okay. I didn't realize that's what they were called. Well, I'm looking for resistance. Okay, let's have a look. This is going to be a difficult one. Point 2, 0.3. So that's good, I'd assume, or no? Yeah, 0.2. 0.2 of an ohm. Okay, it's a good idea. Point 2 also. And that 0.2 could be inaccuracy in my leads as well, so it could be 0. We have another one we can test here, just to make sure. This one's got like flux all over, flux damage. It looks like volt damage, I don't know if it is. I'm pretty sure it's just like flux residue, I just can't get it off. I've ultrasonic this and everything. Just picked up some more dirt since you measured J1 twice today. I measured the same one. Okay, my bad. Okay, 1 second. This is why I pay you guys. Yeah, my leads have some resistance, yeah. There is a way that I can calibrate it so my leads have no resistance. Not like no resistance, but like I can account for it on the meter, but I can't remember how to do that. I just assume I probably have to touch them together and calibrate something. I could be wrong, but I'm sure I remember reading that. Okay, so we're going to test this one. Oh. 3.6 kilo ohms. 3.671 kilo ohms. And 0.3 on this one. Yo, Ace is here, is he? Yo, what's going on, Ace? How's things? I was going to say evening, but I'm not too sure if it's evening where you are. So J2 is shorted. Ah. So do you reckon that's an internal short? Because I don't know how this port could be shorted. Can I make you even replace these ports. I see it's soldered on there. I'm not too sure. Let me try a working controller so we can find out what the value should be on a working one. Problem is this one's going to move around well. This one's giving me open line. Am I measuring this right? I'm getting open line on this one. Which I assume would be correct. And this one's giving me 0.4. Yeah, this one's giving me 0.3 J1. But this top one, I can't seem to get a reading on. Yeah, I don't seem to get a reading on this one. Keep slipping, but yeah, I'm getting on the other board true what Rusty said. I think J2 should be open. It's strange though how like this one's not open as well. Really difficult at this angle to try to keep these pins on you, but I'm getting 0.3 on J1. I might just give this one a clean just to make sure that I can actually get a reading on it. Because I don't know, I'd expect them to both be I don't know, should they be open? I have no idea now. Does it now have Bluetooth connectivity? I'm not too sure, but it doesn't power on when I think it was a J2, yeah, J2, when J2 is connected, it shorts something out. And we can't power the controller on, but when we unplug J2 we can power the controller on. I don't know if I've tested it. So it's a bit difficult to figure out. Let me try testing that again. I'll just give my leads a quick wipe too. Oh, where's that thing too? Right there. Let me see if I can prop this up on some. Just wonder if I could just prop this up on something. Maybe one of these boxes. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put one of these boxes either side. 9,000 IQ thinking. There you go. Who needs a PCB holder when you have two boxes of the same size? It's a simple antenna. Have you ruled the antenna out? I'm not too sure what you mean by that, to be honest. Because we have like tested different boards, so we've like concluded that it's on the top board itself. Okay, it's getting open line on this still, even after cleaning it. Yeah, you're getting buffering issues again. Hopefully it's gone back up. It's gone back up to green. It did drop. Hopefully it's fine now. Does the controller function as normal without the antenna plugged in? Yeah, functions completely fine. I haven't tested it wirelessly without that antenna lead plugged in, but I can power it on completely fine with plugged in with a USB cable. But I haven't put batteries and tested if I compare it with only one, because this sends 4 signals, I think, and then the other one sends 1, I think. Yeah, stream good now. Thank you. Hopefully it is. I seen it dip down there. So if I switch to this here, we've got 3 of them. A2, A7 and A6, all coming from J2. No, sorry, A7, A6 and A3 from J2, and then J1 is A2. So I feel like that's kind of like the main one. It probably needs to function. Test the Bluetooth functionality without the antenna. Okay. Let me. Yeah, I did try it with a different board, and we get the exact same issue. Because we've got, oh, I'm just dropping bits everywhere. Because we've got this one here. So if I show you on this board here, I'll show you this one powers on first. It's just got a bit of a dodgy USB port. Only works one way. So if we trying to do these antenna things, clips, sockets, plug them in with gloves on is the worst. There you go. Okay. So this is the separate controller. This one's got a bit of a dodgy USB. There we go. So as you can see, that's powered on there. Just to confirm that we can get power with this setup. So I'll remove these. Jeez, didn't want to come out that one. And now we'll plug. There you go. This one into here. So you would, I know it's just it, as it would be the IC as being good or bad. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I hope it's not the IC, but we did manage to find an issue on that port itself, because there'll be a short from the IC carrying down to that port. So we'll plug both of these in now. It's a different bottom board, and the antenna cables are attached to the bottom board, so they're different antenna cables. So we've got that plugged in. Nothing, just make sure, because this has got a .USB port, make sure it's not the other way that we plug it in. No, see, nothing. And then just unplug, it's a J2. Flip it over, and it's powered on. And that's on a different bottom board, different antenna cables. Oh, that one just jumped out of there. And then this one goes to this and this. This one comes back over here. He's coming in to get his dose of pigeon milk. So now if I plug this into here, and we plug in J1, or we attempt to with these gloves, it's a bit difficult. Okay, so we've got J1 plugged in there now, but not J2, as you can see. And that's powered on, fine. Still check Bluetooth connectivity without antenna though. It'd be strange if it does work though, because it might be intermittent and not the best. Just because this one seemed to be carrying 3 signals to this chip, and this one was carrying 1 signal to the chip. I'm sure Rusty Russ said he bought something, but I don't know if he bought like a replacement top board or something maybe, or just the entire SoC rather than the chip. But I need hot air for that. I guess we need a case to test this, don't we? And some batteries. I can see a battery, so we just have to find where the other one is. There's a battery. The problem sometimes with doing this and leaving this loose is it touches down sometimes and ends up shorting the board out. Do I have some capped on tape? So the question should be, can I find the capped on tape? Probably not. We'll just YOLO it for a minute. Should be good. Hopefully it doesn't touch down on the back of the board. I can do the chip for you if you want. Or the others probably, it depends if you want to send it. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I might just wait till I get hot air, and like if we can't fix this now, we'll just combine the 2 controllers and at least get 1 working controller, and then I'll just have to do a USB swap on the other one and also fix the top board, so it'll be 2 issues on that one. I'm bound to have joysticks. I'm not pulling 2 new ones out. I've got like a million like ones which have only been put in for like 30 seconds lying around just somewhere on the desk. Okay, is this a set here? You should be able to test Bluetooth. That's just it. Don't need to put it back together. Ah, yeah, because I don't need to test the functionality, just test if it connects, I guess, is it? Okay. One moment. Something is not seated right now. Okay, I can see. Okay. Let me see if this had the batteries in here. I'll just drop something off the back of my desk. Yeah, it is. So we need minus to here, positive to here. Oh, we have to press the power button down, don't we? It's just knocked on anyway, so let's go to Bluetooth. Add a Bluetooth device. Press the sync button. Okay. Xbox wireless controller connected. If I unplug both antennas, how would they get any signal then though? It was connected. It did, but now it's frantically flashing. So that's weird. Oh, it's stopped flashing now. Let me bring up a controller tester. Controller tester. And see if it shows up. So it seems to, oh, it's just disconnected. I don't know if that's me moving the case in though. Okay, why am I not getting no button inputs now? Okay, there you go. I'm getting weird like lagginess. I don't know if that's the input tester or not though. I don't know. The button's like staying held down for like that one's still saying it's held down. And so it's that one. I only like press it in and out briefly. That's a bit strange, isn't it? Probably bad range from no antenna, yeah. I was thinking it might have been there. Yeah, I was thinking that it might be the IC, because I can't think what else it could be. Just because there's not really much between where the antenna plugs in and the IC. And everything read, like there wasn't any shorts, apart from I didn't check the, is it called TF and the RFF little components? Unless it's one of them components that's shorted. So I think the easiest fix for this, for now, is just going to be chuck it in the bin. No. What happens if you plug it in? What happens if you plug it on? Well, it just knocks off. It shorts and knocks off. If I try plugging in when the controller's off. Could be a good one to put to the side until you get hot day as a practice board. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because I was hoping like you could just like reflow this. It'd be my first thing to try. Just in case something's somehow like gone under there. Because these are all off eBay. And you know what eBay sellers are like half the time. Like this one is got 2 different coloured connectors. So I'm pretty sure they Frankensteined 2 broken, or they thought broken parts together and just sandwiched it up and sold it. Prove it. So we will just, the problem with this one is got all these markings on it. Does anybody know how to get this stuff off? Let me show you under the microscope. So we'd want this to the side. Put this here. Rest of your stream tomorrow, folks. Don't forget. Oh, nice. What time are you planning to stream? I don't get home till late tomorrow, sadly. Yeah, it's time you know to get all this shit on the board. It just seems to keep getting worse, basically. Every time I clean it, it gets worse. It didn't look this bad initially, but every time I clean it, it seems to get worse after it's fully dried out. Squish, you have to ask. Oh, just yeah, he has the power. Squish can do whatever he wants to. If anybody argues with him, we'll ban them. 10 a.m. PST, and I'm 7 hours behind you. Okay. No, we're all for promoting other people. If it wasn't for other people, we'd have like nobody watching. So, you know, we've got to give support back. People support us, we have to support them. So part of being a good community. But yeah, I try cleaning this thing. So is that dirt on the board there? Hopefully it is. Looks a bit misshapen there. But yeah, as you can see, like it just comes straight back. IP doesn't get it off. Have you looked? Cinema camera. I don't have a cinema camera, sadly. I'm too ghetto for one of them. I looked at the price and it made me feel sick. I was like, oh, no, too much money. I think like a decent thermal camera is like, is it like close to £200 or something? And like that's a lot just to resolve one shot. And if I sell this controller on, might make like £10 to £20 profit if I'm lucky. But controller's been good. It's taught me how to like solder better and stuff. I apologize how much I'm moving this board around as well. I need to strap my desk to the wall, but I have not got around to it. So I'm kind of holding this and not putting it on the desk because my desk might shake a bit. Just need to fix 900 controllers. Exactly, yeah. It balances out then. I don't really understand the fault, to be honest, as the output my 0.2 shows. It doesn't see what's the difference. Plug in a cable makes, yeah, exactly. Plug a random console antenna onto it. I don't have like a console antenna or anything like that, or any other antennas. But yeah, then you know like how to stop this stuff coming back, because it looks like something's disappeared, but I guarantee it'll doing like a good hard scrub there. But it always seems to come back. Yeah, I'm taking the CIC. Apart from like these two controllers I've got lying around at the moment, the only ones I've got like open to test with, but we know one's working, and obviously the multimeter readings and stuff that we go. I was hoping it would be like a nice easy fix. This looks rough by here though. Across the edge. Is that a burn or what is it? It doesn't look good, whatever it is. I've put it in ultrasonic before and it still came out looking rough. And I really can't be bothered refilling my ultrasonic right now. It is empty right now because I emptied it earlier, but refilling it, because I got to put a separate solution in it for cleaning boards, as to what I clean like plastics and stuff with, and the stuff I normally dump in it. Ah, okay, yeah, that's a good point, James. If the IC is internally shorted on just one antenna line, why does this still power on with the cable unplugged? Yeah, because it shouldn't, should it? That wouldn't make sense. It can't be. But I don't know, it just makes no sense. I spent like countless hours trying to figure this out in the past. I've had this controller sitting here for like 2 months, I think. And it just makes no sense at all to me. Also, does anybody know when stuff comes from the, I think it's from factory unless it's like repair shops, like sometimes there'll be like permanent markings on the boards and stuff for like numbers or a mark like near somewhere. And they from like QC or something where something's been flagged up. Let's see if I can find a toothbrush. Small IPA. But I'm sure this is going to reappear if I clean it with IPA. Seems like these joysticks are completely fine on here, but I'll probably put TMRs or new ones on there maybe. But like this stuff is everywhere. Yeah, I've seen that before, most likely from the factory tick mark or something. Yeah, one had really high resistance and then the other was like really low. So like I think J1 was the same on both boards and J2 was different on both boards. On the broken board it was reading like ridiculously high. But yeah, what James is saying makes perfect sense. So that's why I'm confused. Even more confused than I was before. I like a nice simple fix. The boosted signal may be causing the AC to have a heart attack. Maybe, I have no idea. I've kind of run out of ideas on this, to be honest. I feel like I've tested like everything I kind of can. I don't know. Let's go an ultrasonic with this. We use ultrasonic cleaner. This better come clean. I don't think it's going to though, because I'm pretty sure I've cleaned this before. ICs can still work with faults on some lines only. Yeah, unless like we were saying it goes to like A something. I can't remember which one it was going to, but maybe there's a short between like both of the antennas or something, or two, like between like the top one, like the other, between one antenna and the other antenna on the IC maybe, and when we plug it in, that's when it's shorting. I'm not too sure though. The really annoying thing is this looks like lovely and clean right now, but I guarantee that it's just going to come up dirty again. Because you can see this one that we just cleaned first, it's already appearing again. Like there is some signs of corrosion on yours too, see if you see here. On this end pin here. Here and here. Yeah, I'm haunted by RF at the moment. Yeah, don't talk to me about radio frequencies and Bluetooth. God damn it. I have PTSD from it. Flashbacks. Bluetooth. No. No. Speaker noise. Can you hear that, man? It's coming from around me. Walking your ultrasonic. Yeah, I have tried ultrasonic cleaning it before, and it didn't really achieve too much, but I guess seeing as the ultrasonic, actually, I don't know, I haven't got much IPA though, and I gotta be IPA base in it then afterwards. A warm fuzzy bath cleans it. Yeah, maybe I might need it, but I have ultrasonic cleaned it once, and I've got PCB cleaner and everything. God knows what PCB cleaner it is. Let me switch to the top down so you can actually see this. It just says ultrasonic PCB cleaner flex remover. You know, as all the best brands do. Dishwasher. I don't have a dishwasher, sadly. I can put it in with my dishes in the sink. So I'm trying to blow on this to make sure it's fully dry. Because sometimes, even though every time I do it, I'm like, oh yeah, that looks clean. And that does look kind of clean now, but I'm sure if I left this for a period of time, it'd come back and it'd look janky again. I wash bowls when I take a shower. Saves water. That's very ecological of you. Thinking of the environment. So you can see. Make soapy water spray, then dry well and displace water. Oh, I don't know about that. I'll just fill the ultrasonic cleaner, I guess. I don't have much IPA though, that's the issue. It's 'cause normally I give an IPA bath afterwards to displace all the water. But I don't currently have much IPA. I'm going to have to buy more, and it's just more cost again. But I will fill the ultrasonic cleaner. I've got this. I can just fill the ultrasonic cleaner with. Is this one open? Or this one? It must be this one. Because I'm too cheap to buy distilled water. Plus, distilled water just turns acidic anyway over time. It's like as soon as you use it, you're adding ions to it anyway. Yeah, just deionized water. And then the PCB cleaner. This stuff's like dirt cheap. And I'm going to be using IPA afterwards anyway. Problem is I haven't like thoroughly cleaned this thing down. So there probably are some contaminants in this. I'm going to be honest. It's going to take a while for this to come up to temperature as well. Because it needs to be at like 50 something degrees. Well, not 50 something degrees. 45 to 50 degrees. I think that's what is recommended for the solution. This takes forever to come to temperature, but I will knock it on. Okay, 2 seconds, guys. Let's see what people are saying. Only need to do a small area is what I was suggesting, just for my own sanity. I measured the series controller and I have J2 is 0 ohms. And yeah, that's what I was getting, exactly the same as I was getting on the reference controller, the working one. But we were getting like, yeah, 3K on J2 on the faulty controller. So those measurements are normal. Then according to Russ, I have the top on board connected. Yeah, I did too when we tested. Yeah, that's exactly the same as we were getting basically. On the known working one. I'm just going to grab some PCB cleaner a second, guys. And put some of this in. On the plus side, this PCB, deionized water is going to come up to temperature much faster than when I use water, like normal water for cleaning the plastics, because it's already at 18 degrees, because this has been sitting in the house, whereas the water for cleaning plastic comes from the tap, and that comes out like way colder. So we're already almost halfway there, guys. 18 degrees. Plus, when I'm cleaning the PCB, I need a lot less solution, so I've got a smaller volume that needs heating. So that's pretty good. But yeah, I guess we'll PCB clean this. So remove the sticks for now, because I guess we'll replace the sticks. We might as well put new sticks on it. TMRs, I guess. But I'm going to have to maybe take like a 5-minute break to put the washing on, because it is 10:30 and it takes like about an hour for that to finish. And that gives the ultrasonic time to warm up. Give it the stick treatment. Yep, I will have to give it the stick treatment. We're going to have to find our board holder. So this was the working one, wasn't it? Okay. If anybody knows any like good PCB holders for holding like the Xbox controllers that are not the Omni clamp, because I don't want to have to sell a kidney to buy it, let me know. Because the Omni clamp is like amazing and perfect for this kind of stuff, but they cost a small fortune. Are they called Omni clamp or Omni Vice? Blue tack. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me just focus for you guys. Try to move a center frame as well. Maybe straighten things up, because I think everything's kind of like off square right now. Hopefully that's better. I think that's in focus. I could probably zoom in a bit for you guys. Let me know if that's... Trying to dial this in when I've not got the best of screens as a reference screen. Quite difficult, but hopefully that's okay. The fake ones, I think you can get which are cheap. Yeah, I've seen the fake ones as well. They're even still quite expensive. I bet they're not as heavy and good. For like a metal desk, it'd be fine. You just get a cheap one and just slap a big neodymium magnet on the bottom of it. It doesn't really matter then if it's like heavy or not. I guess you just pay him for that. I'm assuming it's like milled aluminium. It's like a significant amount. Why the hell is this thing wobbling? Oh, I just got bits of plastic under it. No, this thing is still wobbling all over the place. Okay. I think it's the mat, because it's got this dip here. One of the legs is dipping out. I've used the small magnetic round board holders and they work, but you need 3 or 4 to use, and I like table legs. Otherwise you just need a metal plate. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because these are not the best, and the amount of times I've had this just like slip out and just land, and the last thing I want to do is have it catch the metal thing down here, just knock off a random component or something when it's hot. On Amazon, 64 for original and 33 for fake. Yeah, exactly. 33 pounds. And you need like at least 2, sometimes 3 is better to have. I've seen some people using 4, the smaller ones in all the corners. Yeah, these I could not use with hot air. Can you even use the Omnivices with hot air and stuff? Like, I know they're metal, but they've still got like, I don't think it's a gasket, but you know, it's like, I'm assuming it's a rubber thing, so you're not gripping bare metal onto your board. I need to quickly sort out my washing though. So, while I'm doing that, let's have a look. Why are we not getting any audio coming out of there? Okay, there you go, guys. Hopefully you could hear that. Let's knock it down a bit. How's my fake home device without having had any problems yet? Oh, okay, that's good. I might just maybe get one of them in time. There's just like so many things I want, and I haven't seen that pop up for ages. Go away. Nobody wants to see your text. Sure. But like it all adds up, and obviously I want to buy stuff to work on, like projects too.
Unlimited boiler and heating repairs with British Gas.
And summer's coming, I'm going to be spending money on DIY soon, and like a bunch of stuff for the garden. So it's just in a balance. Spending's painful. Don't like spending money. So it's just like, what to buy first. Okay, if you bear with me just like 5 minutes, guys. I could just go quickly put some washing or some laundry, depending on what part of the world you're from. Because the later I leave it, the later I've got to wait up for it to be finished. So give me a couple of minutes and I'll be back.
The system's broken, and it's wasting our time. 8 years ago, we started ClickUp with a mission to save people time from switching between a bunch of different applications. But we knew the answer wasn't just bundling a bunch of tools together. We needed to rethink how software was built entirely. To solve the root of the problem, we built a single, flexible platform with powerful primitives that can be shared to build multiple first-class products inside of one app. We call this convergence. It's allowed us to deliver products at an extremely high velocity, and now we're tying it all together in a new way. Everything we've built has led to this. Introducing ClickUp 4.0, the first converged AI workspace in the world. It's the future of software. It's not just another bundle of apps. It's a fundamentally converged platform where everything works together seamlessly. From communication to project management to knowledge management in one app, accelerated by the world's most productive AI. 4.0 is the epicenter for all of your work and collaboration. It's the beginning of a new meta-category of apps that will define the next generation of software in the AI age. And it ushers in a new era of craft and quality for ClickUp's product. We've always said that using ClickUp saves you one day every week, but I'm confident that you're going to save a lot more than that with 4.0. Because when all of your work converges into one app, one tab, one AI workspace, everything just clicks.
Right. Ads would be nice, yeah. I don't think I can like run ads or anything on this channel. Oh, do you mean ads? Like ads came on the video I was playing on. Damn it, giving free advertisement to somebody. Unskippable ad because I was AFK. I'm just putting my glove on. Okay, just see my mic peeking into red then, sorry if that made some noise. Alright, washing machine's on anyway. Alright, I just on the cleaner, it was like 30 degrees when I looked as well. So that's pretty good. I also have this view as well. I've never used the top down and microscope. Let me know if you guys would rather when I'm using the microscope. Let me try and get some out in frame of the microscope. If you'd rather like this, but you can literally only see the top of my microscope. That's kind of like why I've not really used this so much. You could just barely see my hand, kind of like here. So I'm not too sure. But I have been thinking of getting like a stream making like a stream deck or something, but like I could literally just use hotkeys on my keyboard. Don't really have room, but I was looking at making one out of like a small PCB. I can't remember how to do it, but there's a way you can do it quite easily. Basically use it like MX key switches. Microscope gets in the way here. It does. It's a bit of a pain. Also, I don't know whether to adjust the exposure, because to me it seems like a bit overexposed to see. Potentially lower the ISO a bit more, get a bit more, less noise and grain. So I guess if we're removing these, we should flood them with some leaded first, and then puddle them out. Let's not do what we done on the headphone board and just rip it out, pry it off, along with the traces and half the board. If you have an old Android tablet or phone, you can download an app. What app? Sorry, I've already forgot what we're talking about. I'm super forgetful. I don't have any old Android. Steam Deck. So I could just use like a Stream Deck. So I could just touch stuff on the screen of that. Yeah, I guess that's also a good idea. But I do like the tactile feedback of the mechanical switches. That's kind of where I like the idea. Just like click, change scene, click. Even though I think the best way to do it is, I don't know if you guys watched Michael Reeves at all, where he like made a like gun thing he shoots, and he shoots it at like the cameras to switch scenes. I think that's the best way, obviously. But I'll settle for a mechanical switch. Okay, this is looking a bit junky, the tip of this. Oh, that's a bit better. I'm gonna put my... What about voice control? Ooh, voice control. I've never even thought of that. That could be quite cool. I literally have one of these sitting right here, just collecting dust. You can see the layer of dust on top of it, probably. Yeah. I've never opened it. I say that. I've cut the seal on it, maybe to look in the box. And I've got a bunch of other like similar speakers around. I think maybe one other. not heard of him. Okay. He's like a streamer, engineer. Okay, yeah, this tip is not good for doing this. Okay. I've also lowered the temperature down to 340 because I was working on smaller boards. Use that ESP to make a speaker. Yeah, I could do. Could I tie that into like some kind of like announcements and notifications? I could probably program an ESP to do stuff whenever you guys do something in the chat, maybe like a command or a subscriber or something like that. That could be a possible idea. Because I also have like a D1 that I could use as well. I'm just looking for a knife tip to do this. Yeah, there you go. This is the tip I normally use for doing this. 360 degrees. And this knife tip, I'll tell you what one it is now. It is just a K tip. Apparently I've already smudged the letter K as well. This does not want to go on without cross-threading. What's going on here? Found some technical difficulties. There you go. You can make some RGB lights flash on the desk when someone subs. Yeah, I could do, because I do have like a bunch of... I like doing LED projects, to be honest. It'd be nice maybe to have like a motor to make something spin and stuff as well, because we do have a bunch of like motors. But yeah, we've got, let me just remove this crap off the top here. This maybe not wave soldering lying around. Try to put this down here. We've got different types of LEDs, but these are addressable LEDs. These top ones, RGB ones. So that'd be the best. Got like strips and stuff from when I was making floating shelves. I routed out channels and then put these metal things in, the diffusers. Get a little pigeon, make it flap his wings. That would be pretty cool. See, now this is why I need a 3D printer. So I can print little pigeons and stuff. Because who doesn't need a 3D printed pigeon? We need Chippy. We want 3D pigeons. But yeah, I definitely have to come up with some ideas. I'd like to do some ESP projects because they are fun. And it will help me with like my coding and stuff, even though I do need to be learning verse and not like C. I don't know if it's C sharp, is it? Or C plus, I can never remember, to be honest. Let me get some flex on these. Nothing wants to flow on this board a minute. Oh, some flux. You are looking dry and worn out. Does anybody know how I'd go about doing the integration with an ESP then to OBS? Or well, it wouldn't be OBS. I guess it'd be is it Stream Elements I use? These do not want to take the solder. I've tried quite a bit of heat, yeah. When you're trying to over solder something and it just doesn't want to. much solder on there now. Seems to be wicking away more solder than I'm adding on this iron right now. Do you have a brush? No, I do not. As you can probably tell by the state of this tip. This tip has seen horrid things. It's been through the wars. But the tip itself is not too bad. It doesn't flow as much as nice as I like. But yeah, brushes is yet another thing I need to get. Let's check flux everywhere. Can't go wrong with some flux. I should set up a donation link. Maybe. I'm not too sure how I would even do that. Would it be through like is it just like a PayPal link or something people use? Come on, take some solder. I cannot get used to taking the extra solder. There you go. That should be okay, I think. Yeah, PayPal managed via stream elements. You can have target to achieve to buy a cinema. Okay. Yeah, that's potentially a good idea, but I don't like people buying me like stuff too much. That's why I haven't like really set too much up. But I'll have a little think maybe. So I like to just like save up for different things. Let's put this this might be allowed. I'm just gonna run this for a minute. This fan. Try to cool this tip down a second or remove it. Okay, that should be okay. This fan goes turbo. It's not the best of extractor fans, but it's okay. We'll find people who enjoy your streams will like a way to give back a little bit. Yeah, I guess so. I don't really see what is too much to enjoy though. I don't think my content is anywhere near as entertaining as like most other people, sadly. I'd like to definitely improve the quality of different things, stuff I'm working on, maybe camera quality and a bunch of other stuff. Where's the bit? There it is. Oh, thank you guys. Alright, let's try to heat this up and see if we can remove this. Hopefully this is like in focus and everything for you. Except me as I'm cheap. That's fine, Squish. You're not the only one. I'm cheap as well. This does take a sweet minute to heat up, this one. I'm going to knock on this fan again for a second. Because this is going to be fluxy and smoky. So I do apologize for the noise. I will knock it off in a few minutes. Probably sounds like a jet engine taking off in here. Let's wait for this to come up to temperature. I can generally tell, even though my iron's saying it's up to temperature, there's no smoke coming from this yet. Okay, it's getting there, I think, though. Okay, I think that's probably about good, to be honest. Seems like all the holes have solder in them. We could just whack a little bit of flux down, just even though we've got some, a little bit more. Just to aid in removing these easy. I can probably move this out the way for a minute. I'm gonna be careful with this though. This thing, oh, look at this smoke in now. I'm traumatized by this thing. I managed to like, just don't know if you can see any big blobs of solder on here. But if you shake this around vigorously over your legs, it can end badly. Burn straight through my trousers, straight into my leg. I've burned myself too many times. Where I burned myself yesterday on stream, yeah, I've got a blister. I'll have to show you guys if I remember. It's not like a massive blister, but yeah, I knew it was going to blister up. I can't seem to, that's a big blob of solder right there. Let me just drip that off. I can't seem to get this lined up. You'll feel it like kind of click into place when it's in the right place. There you go. Whew. That is smoky. So now we remove this other side. I don't think that's clicking into place. I'm having technical difficulties here. There you go. That was more difficult than normal. I guess everything under pressure is... That board is smoking there though. Yeah, normally it is much easier than that. But it's all about how well you get like all the holes in the pin lined up. Sometimes it's just not quite right and flat to the board. It takes forever. But that board must have got really hot there because it is smoking, everything's smoking away here now. So we got a problem with this now, this stays hot for like a long time. So I'm just going to put it in front of the fan. And I'll also try to maybe blow the fan on it a bit. Because I need to just cool this down slightly before I can try to take it off. Some horrible smoke coming from there. Hot air would be way, way easier, I think. Once I get hot air, that's probably would be what I'd use. To remove the sticks, because you can just remove them when the board's still warm, then you can just solder sucker all the holes out. And if you fussy, wick away anything that's remaining. I'm just holding this soldering iron tip in front of the exhaust of the fan a minute. I don't know if I showed you guys, let me just put this to one side for a second, give it a second to cool down. If I showed you my amazing, damn fan, can I even get the leads up on this? Yeah, maybe. My amazing extractor fan for soldering. So here's a, can I get this far up? A DC to DC, like male to female barrel jack adapter. And then there's a wire and I've soldered to that. That goes into my little switch that I soldered up. Actually, it was quite neat to this stuff, heat shrink around and everything, quite posh. On off switch. Yeah, I do need a bigger fan. And then there's 2 fans. And I put like this acrylic glue that works through capillary action in here. So it like sucks down into the joints and it's connected with screws too. And then this is a carbon filter. And I just put in front of it. Like it works kind of well. It folds off a bit at a certain angle. But I do need to get a better one at some point. But that's why it's so loud. It vibrates quite a bit. I can put another filter underneath it and make it a bit quieter. But I haven't wired anything up for like the PWM, or I don't know if it does use PWM, but I like the yellow cable to control that, so it just runs at full speed. It seems to work quite well, that thing, yeah. It works okay, it's not the best. But it's good enough. It was taken from like, they're quite smallish fans. I was going to use like newer, good quality fans, but then I thought that's like a hell of a waste of new, good quality fans. I've let these cool down way too much before cleaning this. Look at the state of that comb bed. Yeah, okay. Although I don't even use an extractor. Do you have an A-purifier or something to turn on? Yeah, you definitely want an extractor though, because like that A-purifier is not going to be right next to you. Probably, or it might be. If you need something to take them fumes away from like your lungs. Especially if you're using leaded solder. Like you should wear gloves and a fume extractor. Even though I like breathe in and touch loads of that stuff. But yeah, it's really not good for your lead. It goes into your bones apparently, and it stays there for like ever, and it gets stronger over time or something, the effects or what it does to you. I was like watching like a Linus Tech Tips video, and they were working with like lead sheets, and they were basically full hazmat suits. It's just like, okay, the amount of times I work with like leaded sheets and stuff in the past. Not good. Oh, it's leaded, yeah, lead's bad, really bad. That's like also why like they don't use leaded solder anymore and stuff. To meet like, is it ROH or whatever the certifications are and stuff. because this is really bad for you. But that's not what I hear as I brush my teeth once with the brush. I clean flex and bones and fix my beard. That's not good. That's why I don't know if you notice my brushes, wherever they are, they're all like bright coloured ones. I can't even see, but one's pink and one's purple basically. So I'm not going to mix that up with my toothbrush I actually use, because I don't use a pink or purple toothbrush. So that'd be like one tip I'd recommend if you're ever trying to like, if you buy like a multi-pack of toothbrushes or something, and you want to use some for cleaning bowls and stuff. And you're like, which colour shall I pick? Pick whichever colour you know you're not going to use for a toothbrush. I won't now say use electric toothbrush. Okay, nice. Some electric toothbrushes can be crazy expensive. If you're going on really like fancy ones, just have an app. Everything has an app these days, see. You obviously need an app for brushing your teeth. Okay, so we've got these relatively clean now. It's an aquasonic one. What the hell? Is that one that like squirts water at you and stuff? Just shoot like jets of water. Or am I just like imagining something I got, and the toothbrush is right there. There's a purple one. There's a pink one somewhere. Pink. Mr. Pink, the FMG scene from Reservoir Dogs. Yeah, that thing's still hot. Let's try and use these to remove it. What tip am I putting on? I want a knife tip tonight. I forget where I put it. I've got it. It's a cheap Chinese electric one, but it's got ADA certification approved by them. Okay. But does like definitely have that certification, or if they literally just put that mark on there? Because I swear like a lot of these little microcontroller boards have got to pass some kind of certification, but it doesn't seem like they have. Oh wait, should we use this tip, or should we use the other one for wicking? No, I think I'll use this, I don't know. I was going to say, should we use, I forget what the tips are called. Is it BC2? I like to try some better solder wick at some point too. But like super wick is expensive, isn't it? I like my toothbrush though. You should have seen the junk that came off my teeth the first time I used it. Nice. Does a good job then, yeah? Just got a couple of these ready. Probably gonna need like 50 of them. I'll start with 2. 2 is not going to be anywhere near enough. I feel bad discarding these as well, because like there's like literally nothing wrong with these, as far as I could tell. Obviously they're going to be partly worn, which is not good. Can't be, if I want to resell it, giving somebody a partly worn. I don't know how long they'd have left in them. Right, flux. What wick do you guys use the same? Do you have any recommendations for a wick they find performs really well? Has like good sucky power. what like diameter wick do people use? I don't solder as much as you stream as I use super wick. Goot wick. Okay, yeah, I've heard of goot wick. I completely forgot about that one. Like the main one I always think about is super wick, because I think like a lot of people use that. Where the hell's the bolt? There it is. Make it a bit easier for you guys to have a better view. Because at the moment I'm using this this amazing and well-known brand, Lefo, or how do I even pronounce that? I call it Leafinator. It's a Leafinator desoldering work. Made in Great China. Low residue apparently. Yeah, run up to the one I got from Amazon haul. That was a bit thinner. I think quite a few use Kenwick too or something. Yeah, these good brand ones, you do get quite a lot, I guess, on a reel. But it's quite an investment, isn't it? I don't know how, if I'll use like a lot once I get hot, because you can just solder second much easier and faster. Jeez, I was on a lot of jumping on my iron there in idle. It's struggling to maintain its temperature. It's overshooting quite often at the moment. I've never had this issue before. But yeah, it's overshooting to 380 and back down to 360 constantly. Yeah, I'm not getting any contact there. We would have some which decide they don't want to clear out. Nope, the other one cleared out first time. We'll come back to them once. Oh wait, one of them did clear out, I guess. It's hard to see. I'm not even looking at the microscope. It's just for you guys to see. I'm not getting the right angle on this. It's the problem. Yeah, these two don't want to clear out some of these. Sometimes it's just the angle of the iron. I found is the biggest issue most of the time. Does it feel nice to not be working on a headset? Yeah, it's a nice break to not be stressing. I can actually put I've got my AirPods in right now. I'm just listening to music. So it's nice to not have to keep unplugging and stuff like that. And that knocking sound was my washing machine. It likes to move around occasionally when it's running. Scares the life out of me sometimes though. It's just like, FBI, open up. It's just like, whoa, chill. Chill, brother. Yeah, what's going on, Farm Tech? I ordered some TC4056 M18M. Oh, nice. Yeah, hopefully you can resolve the whatever issue I was getting. I've got some other modules in my Amazon basket, and I tried like all day today, different configurations. I managed to get the noise reduced like loads, but it was still there. I even hooked up the isolator again and everything. So yeah, it's been an absolute pain. Yes, and with clean sound. Hopefully. If you manage to do that, you need to let me know. And I will then recreate it on the stream. Obviously give you credit, but it'd be nice to be able to finally get that working. Because it's even though it's a bunch of pieces, it's a relatively cost-effective way to get decent enough audio. Yeah. We're not clearing them ones, I don't think. Which ones are actually still open? These ones. It's not the most ideal tip. Do I maybe give the other tip a go? I'm like dismissing the other tip. I think this might be better for this particular purpose. Oh, that's hot. I think it was this one over here. Yeah. The palm do need ground on the audio 3 pen though. Yeah, I tried a bunch of different grounding and stuff like that. I think the biggest issue is because there's a shade ground. But I did even separate that ground actually. I put the audio ground to direct so it wasn't being shade. And everything then had one unified, everything went back to one unified ground point, and there was no daisy chaining of grounds or anything. But it could also be the quality of components I'm using as well. Because if they're really like bad quality components that I've got in this mix set, that could be affecting how good they are. I think this might be better suited for this job. It's about the right size for the pads. Oh, I don't guess they're not called pads, the holes. But the one resistor on the +5 on the amp will kill the ground loop. Okay. I'll have to give that one another go, maybe like tomorrow. 'Cause I don't think I tried the resistor today. Is that just acting like a shunt? Maybe that's where I've gone wrong. Because as I said, I don't really know much about this kind of stuff. I can't even see if that's clear. No, it's not. One thing I hate about wicking, it makes the most fumes. Yeah, audio does seem hard. Well, hard for me anyway. But I did read that the configuration we're using is not best because it's a Class D amplifier we were using, and we should be using a Class AB amplifier. Because a Class D amplifier is for speakers and not headphones, apparently. So we're like making things more difficult for ourselves there. Okay, these do not want to come clean. There might be a lot of stuff I don't know anything about, like games console. Never use one. Damn, you've never used like any game console? I haven't like repaired or oh my god, this work's not gonna last very long. I've not done any like game consoles repairs myself, but I've like played a bunch of them. Yeah, PAM can work with PAM with like the correct like additional components, but it's not suited from what I've read online anyway, but I'm no expert on this stuff. This does not want to clear. We don't have to try and work out that many of them, and I'll work solve the sucker, but I guess we'll give it a go. My main hobby is ESP. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'd like to do a lot more ESP stuff, because they are really interesting. I think the main issue I'm going to have with that though is like the coding aspect. Like it's a good thing and a bad thing, because you can do like whatever you want, but then you need to be able to code what you want. Alright, can we get these solders cleared out? No. I think I'm having issues using this tip, to be honest. I'm not too sure if I'm holding it flat the best way. This ground seems to be just absorbing a lot of heat. Yeah. Yeah, AB is a different class of amplifier. So there's no, I forget what it was now, like crossover when it's switching. Which hole are we even trying to clear out? Okay, I'm going to switch to the overhead because you guys probably can't see nothing while I'm using the solder sucker. Okay, so this one here I want to try and clear out. So a little bit of solder in there. By a little I mean like a metric butt ton of solder. And I will try to put the solder sucker on the back of the board. There's definitely easier ways to do this. Oh, what if I didn't move the goddamn thing after heating it? Jeez. It's gonna slip you on the back when the boat goes home. Some heat into there. Hopefully, nope, that is not even cleared. Jeez, I've never had this much issue clearing these out. That would help if I put it out north side the boat, wouldn't it? Okay, let's try again. Still a little bit of fresh flux. See if that helps us at all. This does not want to clear out. Like, what the? Never seen this before. Yo, what's going on, Andy? Just watching the film and spent 2 minutes with the other half. Oh, that's nice. We're just struggling, as always. Because anything that works off stream, perfect, doesn't want to work on stream. So obviously all these holes are not going to clear out. Okay, that's actually clear. I think the other's going to need more solder again, I guess. We will see tomorrow if I am or not. A festive in of life. Today I added Bluetooth my old car radio with the M28. Nice, okay. Yeah, the thing I was reading about the M28 as well, they can be hit or miss with. You get the pay-in voice with the lady. Apparently some of them do have that on the M28. Potential PS5 as always, but nothing interesting. Oh, okay. It's always interesting, Andy. Always. Why can I not get these to clear out? I've literally worked the hell out of this. Maybe the projector. Try to make a Bluetooth headset, Andy. Yeah, you should. Does it come with instructions? Yeah, you can. There's instructions on what not to do. If you want instructions on what not to do, watch my previous streams. Yeah, the tube change finally got picked up today. Nice, nice. So you've got more space now, I see. Oh my days, it's other time as well. whenever it takes me an entire like evening just to change some thumbsticks. Just trying to clean up some of this mess around where I'm working. Okay, which ones are still not clear? A whole bunch of them, I think. Let's check with the solder. That one's fine. That one's not. That one's not. So there's two of them which are still being stubborn. Also, let me knock this stupid fan off now. I forget I was on, and it's like the most annoying sound ever. That should be better for you guys now. My apologies. Okay, that looked like it dropped there. Get some fresh solder in there. That looked like it dropped. So we can put some more in there, and that's dropped too. Okay, hopefully I can work this out. I think I definitely need hot Dave when I'm doing this in future though. Because it does take like an awfully long time. Oh, it just dropped. Please don't bond to my hoodie. Just dropped that wick on top of my hoodie. What about the old PS5 that takes discs when it feels like? Is it a female version of the PS5? Maybe that's why it only takes discs when it feels like. Maybe it's just like, I'm on the mood tonight. This one hole you just does not want to clear out. I said I'd only charge for the drive only, but it's £40. He said no. Oh. What console is that on? Oh, PS5. Seems worth it. If I'd get it like fixed and working. It's going to cost him way more for a new PS5. Why are we having so many issues with just an bloody wick out the stupid through hole? Guess everything I touch lately is just cursed. Maybe the hole's got performance anxiety. Just because I wanted to continue investigating for your issue. Shit. Just dropped oh my god, time is getting on quite late. I don't know, this tip just doesn't seem to be working good for me. I think I'm going to switch back to the K-tip. What did I even do with that K-tip? Okay. I'm going to blame the tools and not my lack of skill. Yamaha, what's a Yamaha? Yeah, I should be able to hopefully catch Andy's stream tomorrow, because that's the one day I'm not leaving the house super early. Okay, this better bloody wake up. I'm telling you now, Mr. Hall, if you don't work this time, it's going to be trouble. I'm going to put you in a deep fat fryer. Stressful though. Why won't the MOSFET turn on? Maybe the MOSFET's having a bad day. Oh my days. We cannot bloody clear this hole at all. It's not good. We shouldn't have to have this many attempts on the same hole. I'll try wicking it from the other side, see if that makes any difference. What should take 30 seconds takes me bloody 30 hours. Okay, let's give this a go. This is going to be awkward to say the least. Okay, so I've got a little bit of solder there. That is the impossible hole. That's all I got to say. Maybe we should have renamed this channel How Not to Do Electronics. Because we cannot seem to do anything lately. Jeez, what the hell is going on with this goddamn through hole? It's just a bit that's just like stuck in the middle that doesn't want want to come out. Okay, we're going to try the solder sucker. After that, I'm out of ideas. And I'm also getting sleepy. This hole just needs to stop fucking around. But that still didn't clear. Are you kidding me? This hasn't cleared out. Oh, God damn it. Why can we not clear this? Oh. No, I've tried like every trick I normally use. Try one more time with the solder sucker. Try turning it sideways maybe. Might be a bit easier for me to see. Okay, it's definitely pushed on there. Once are clear. I pulled a bunch at the back. I think maybe I need to higher my temperature. I just don't think it's getting hot enough, to be honest. Maybe that's been the issue with this hole all along. Just a little bit more temp. Just touch stuff like it's great. Finally got it cleared. Jeez. That shouldn't have been. Yo, what's going on, grass paddle? He uses the same and he's confirmed. This was a mechanic work I used for rubbish fun. I nearly changed it. Everything I have on my bench is from China. Yeah, same. Like, I think this is like some rubbish China one. Like, non-Chinese stuff is like generally better, but Chinese stuff is normally cheap, and sometimes it can suffice and be adequate enough. That one hole doesn't look like it's fully cleared. So like it depends for money. Like it'd be nice to buy like all like, I don't know, German or Swiss or UK or USA made stuff, etc. But the prices on them things are ridiculous sometimes. If you watch Pigeon and go, if you watch Pigeon and go watch an Andy stream, your eardrums will blow out. Oh, Andy said he's going. I'm gonna miss that. just turn this back the other way. See if we can work any of these other ones out. Wicking's probably not the best way to do this. Now I've already lost my wick because we got so much wick. Need to get better tools. But I just don't want to pay a fortune for hot air and stuff. But the rate I go through a wick, I'd probably buy a hot air station. Gonna have to keep an eye on the time because it is getting very late. Right, can we clear these out? Some of them. They're not cheap tools, then you will appreciate the good stuff. Do you have to keep the noise down? No. I'm just not super loud. This soldering iron is peaking all over the place. Like I get tired, I get quiet when I get tired. It's quite late. My voice starts to go a bit. Makes you better too if you can work with bad tools. Yeah, it also makes your life like stressful working with bad tools. It takes the years off your life. Yo, what's going on, Sloth? How are you doing this evening? We're just taking a break from working on that audio thing for now, because it was stressing me out. So we swapped it for trying to work through holes instead, which is slightly less stressful. Not much though. What's the luck we're having right now? That didn't clear. These fumes are absolutely horrid as well. Look at that lovely mess on that board. My soldering iron is peaking all over the place. I don't know if I've got an issue with the iron or the tip, because normally it holds steady, even when it's sitting in the case. It is like jumping 20-degree difference. Does anybody know anything about that issue or soldering irons like that? Oh my God, we've made a mess on this board. I didn't get a refund, Andy. Yeah, if you did the £5 one, you're okay. It was the £2.99 one that happened on. I don't know what I'm missing there. I thought you might have got really angry and just refunded everyone. Okay, I'm talking about like subs or something, or membership. Okay, like it's a tiers of like membership on YouTube, I guess. We've got one hell of a mark here that does not want to come off. That is like And what the hell is... What even is that? There's a mess on this board. One hell of a bloody mess. Ew. Somebody want to give that a lick? The grass paddles onto you, Andy. He's sussed your plan. Let's try a brush on this area. This area is looking yucky. Hopefully the bow doesn't come flying out. Yeah, this is not cleaning as well as I would have hoped. Can we try a different angle maybe? No. This is some grimy stuff. No way I'm going to put a wig on. Yeah, you have to put a wig on, Andy. That would be quite, that'd be worth. Maybe on like, you have to start doing like members only videos with a wig. Yeah, some of this stuff does not want to come off. Hopefully this all comes off in the ultrasonic cleaner. Because that's definitely warmed up by now. But I just don't want to put it in with, like, what the hell is half of this stuff? 99p sounds better. Yeah, can we get a 99p subscription, please? Wig has been no. Don't bend the wig. Can we get like one of them like streamer like roulette wheels on your stream, Andy? You need to have one. And I want a whiteboard with my name on it. I doubted he probably wore it tonight. If it's doing it that time, oh, Squish is calling you out. What kind of wig is it? Ah, oh, that's where my wick is. It's on top. Yeah. Brain now functioning when I'm tired. Okay, can we get any of these ones wicked? Or will these drive us insane as well? I think we already answered that. Because that ain't working. Don't think I'm getting the right contact angle with the board. Nope, none of these want to work out. I had to cancel some memberships. I was a member like 20 channels. Jeez. Yeah, it's like all good with supporting people, but yeah, it's sad you can't support like everybody. It will add up. It's quite crazy. I can imagine that was probably adding up to a significant amount. You need money to eat and pay your bills. Now we know why you're buying your tools from China. Yeah. Because there's no money left after supporting you guys. apparently, because I'm too cheap, yeah. This does not want to work. We don't have any luck. That smells absolutely horrible. Just burning in flux. Some good advice on like what not to do this is. Even when warm, some of these areas don't want to come clean. Oh God. 12 a.m. Yeah, it's not good. I'm gonna have to wrap this up soon. I want to at least try to clear out these holes so I don't look 100% incompetent. Even though I shouldn't take it, however long it's taken. Look at the mess that's been left on this board. Never know it goes this badly, but it is what it is. I'm not going to get stressed out about it. I got 2 controllers I need to fix for my kids. Nice, yeah, you definitely should. If you got a hard day, like super easy. Normally it's pretty easy for me. And the through holes don't give me this much issue. But I don't know, maybe I concentrate better when I'm not on stream, who knows. Plus I don't normally try doing it this late at night. It's normally more like 5 o'clock and stuff. This one here is it? And which other one? This one here. I'm trying to get the right contact with the board as well, sometimes at the right angle. Is this one blocked? Yeah. Okay. Last time I tried to fix it, I made it worse. Work for about 1 minute and then be way off. Okay. Could have damaged something on the board, maybe. Or there could be a fault elsewhere. I've had issues like that before. Just going to check as much flux as I can around this area. See if we can pray and get these out. Because you can just use the same tool I use and pop an old set out and pop a new set in. But I do like to remove all the old flux and everything. The old flux or the old solder. And then like ultrasonic the boards and all of that kind of stuff. You know it's nice and clean then. But if I had hot air, I'd probably just use a solder sucker and then wick up any like little remaining bits that might be left there, any like little snobs. But I'll probably have to install the new sticks tomorrow and probably look at the housing, see if that needs cleaning. Let's try this one first. Might be asking too much for this bit of solder here on this other one, but we will see. No, we got it. Okay, how many do you have left to do? Is it just one? This board has been through the walls. It's all the abuse I've given it. Trying to remove these. It amazes me how little solder it takes. I know, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But that's also like due to the quality of wick. On higher quality, they've got a tighter weave, so you have more copper in a smaller area. It's like more dense. And that's one of the reasons why higher quality solder wick performs better, because there's like more copper there basically. That and the flux, more flux. That's the main reasons they perform better. Okay. Some of these look a bit blocked, but I'm hoping that it's flux. Yes. Damn it. And I think there might be here, this one down here too. And how much solder hose after the wick? Looks awful full. Yeah, it is surprising how much. So we'll just add a little bit more back to these two holes here. This bottom one's a bit tricky, just because of the type of iron I'm using, type of tip, sorry. Okay. Oh, you can't even see that, sorry. I like to heat it and then watch it drop down a bit. I know then, or often I don't know, but hope if it's dropped down, it should at least be making contact with the solder that's already in the barrel. Because the two masses or blobs of solder need to be connected for it to be able to wick up to the capillary action. Makes it sound like I almost know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's try this one up here first. Keep an eye on the solder, you'll see when it's wicking. I think that might have wicked. Yeah, it has. Oh, am I asking too much? I should have grabbed a fresh bit of solder, to be honest. A better wick for this. Oh. Yeah. We didn't have enough to. But this is quite a difficult one because it's right on the edge of the board. A little bit of flex. Some more wick because there's stupid amounts of wick. Way too much wick. I always put a bit of flex on the wick as well. We go through quite a bit of flex, considering we don't do many. like soldering things, compared to people who like do repairs as a service. Can we get this to work? I think we need to put more solder in there. I think I'm gonna pull that. It's like right down there. Don't know if you guys can see that. Come on. It's gotta work. I'm fed up of spending so long on the same thing. Yo, what's going on, someone? How's things? You good? Okay, let's try one more time on this last one. Hopefully you guys can see this. Give it a little wiggle. Hopefully we can. These fumes, they give you a major headache. Yeah, we're going to have to try something else for that. I'll switch to the overhead. Yeah, you can make some suggestions, of course. I'm always open to suggestions and stuff. I do have kind of a fume extractor, like this little fan thing down here. But it's like really loud when I run it. I run it now. And it's not the best because it's like far away, but it's better than nothing. I suggest a donation. Yeah, maybe I might set one up at some point. I have to look how to like actually do that kind of stuff. It sets something up when I set up Streamlabs. Where's the Streamlabs? Stream elements. Did that come clear? That came clear, thank God for that. We finally got it, guys. We're not 100% incompetent. Let's have a look. Just 99% incompetent. There you go. Even this the sucker is quiet. Yep. When I do like streams a bit early, I'll probably speak a bit louder. Just get quiet when I'm tired. It's quite late. It's like 1:10 in the morning. No, 12. So brain's not even functioning. Okay, that's all looking okay, I guess. Hopefully we don't have an issue with our little snob just left in there. I think we might, though. I don't think we're going to be able to get that out. No, that's not going to budge. Well, you did the first one, which was to add some solder in the hole. The second one is to have a bit of solder on the tip. And there's some flux in the hole. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I don't know if you guys can see. I put, if they're too low, I put some solder back into the hole. I add some flux to my wick. And add a tiny little bit of solder. Sometimes I forget, though, to my tip. To like wet it up. But sometimes I might not add enough on my tip because I'm always worried about oversaturating the wick. Because it's not the best of quality of wick. But at least we finally got these all clear. Do you reckon I should address this one though? Yeah, I probably should. Put the tip in. Yeah, just the tip. Put just the tip in. Totally doesn't sound sus. Do you guys think that one would be okay? What do you reckon? I'm gonna have to... Should I just grab a random thumbstick module and see? That would be a good test. The legs are fairly clean on this one. I think it might be that leg. Let's check. Yeah. Oh, bloody hell, do not want to do that. I just damaged that. I think I might have done a bit of damage there, I'm not too sure. I don't like it personally. Alright, let's try. See if we can get this one fully clear, because I think it is going to cause us issues. I might just try solid the sucker in this one straight up though. Sorry, been drinking. Nice. Don't need to say sorry. So I have a good time now and again. Makes people more humorous sometimes, as long as you're not abusive. Guess we get this last one cleared, and hopefully that is all of them in record time. How long is it taking to... I can change the sticks because they're not changed. But just remove and clean up the old ones. Did I even put flex on that? I cannot remember. I'm going to put more on. Can't remember if I did. That's not clear, so. I think that just cleared, hopefully anyway. Yep. Thank God for that. Jeez. Oh, where's this stupid board? All them holes are clear. Nobody showed this video to any professionals. It would literally take like 2 minutes to do this job. I don't know what this mark is on, why I can't get some of this crap off here. I can't find anything to like poke it with. Use something. Let's give it a little poke. What this stuff is like. On, yeah. Jeez. This is totally the correct way to do this. When you get hot air, you can warm the board. Yep, definitely be easier when I get some hot air. Make life much easier, because I'd like to be able to do like USB-C port replacements and stuff. But I guess they aren't as easy as they sound. Because I guess if you don't heat things up correctly, well, I guess you heat things up too much, you damage things, pop on the board, could melt plastic components. You don't heat up enough, you rip traces. And not even enough. Don't heat it up enough and evenly. Like, I don't even know if this is going to come off. Lately I've been doing all this, cutting the wick. Just use it off the roll. Yeah, the problem with doing that though, if you use this off the roll, I've had like issues with that, because you've got like a massive heat sink then, like 1.5 meters of heat sink attached to the tip. So I find cutting into small increments helps the heat transfer a lot better. But yeah, I should be moving the wick more across. The last wick I was using, I didn't need to do that as much, even though it was thinner. It might have been denser. But I really appreciate the tips and stuff, someone. So that's not looking too bad now. Apart from like some of the grime and grease. Most of the marks that we've had though, the flux seems to have cleaned most of them other water marks or flux marks off by the look of it. What's this over here? And that chaos gone. Where we getting the most of them? It was over here, wasn't it? Where the corrosion is. So we flipped it. Oh, it's on the other side of the board, wasn't it? On this side. We had all the water damage, never mind. Or whatever it is. Can I find a fiberglass pen? Yes, yes we can. No worries, everybody, you're going to come up with their own ways of doing things. Yeah, definitely. It just takes practice. This might be a bit small to try to use this particular tool on. The ultrasonic cleaner will probably take care of most of these. Try to be quite gentle here. There's quite a bit of corrosion here, so I'd like to give it a bit of a helping hand with this fiberglass pen. If anybody's wondering what I am rubbing on the end of here. It's just hard, and this is not much surface area. They work best for like nice flat areas. Like a solid surface rather than like a little pin. Plus cleaned up a bunch of that. These are like really good. I was using for watch cleaning, mainly for people tend to leave batteries in watches and you get corrosion and stuff. Like, that's not amazing, but that's cleaned up. You know, a bunch of that. It would definitely work. There are any issues, but hopefully the ultrasonic cleaner finishes up the rest of that. Oh, let's try and clean up some of this area as well. I know the ultrasonic cleaner is good, but let's not make unnecessary work for it. It's caked on burnt flux. Hopefully these are all empty. We'll have to just double check. There's some serious marks on some of these though. Never mind, is that a mark or not? Or is it just silk screen? Let's give it all a good rub. And then flip the Q-tip combat around. I don't like this mess down here though. Don't know what the hell has happened to the board down here. It's looking rough though, isn't it? Rubbing some of the silk screens off here. Jeez. TP what now? Jeez. Maybe I should stop cleaning this so much. Right, is this one clear? Please be clear. Oh, are you kidding me? It's not clear. We missed one. God damn it. Okay, I'm going to just try to solve the sack of that one, I guess. When you think you've got everyone, and then you find no. And then after I do this one, I think I'm going to have to wrap up the stream, because it is stupidly late again. I haven't caught up on my sleep for like the last week or 2 weeks now. Can we get this to actually? Oh, I'm trying to use my solder now before it's going to temperature. That would be why. It's gone into sleep mode. I was going to try this one with a solder sucker quickly and see if that works. Flip this sideways. Oh shit. I just knocked IPA everywhere. I don't even know where that lid's gone now. But that's never good. Especially because I'm right next to a computer. What was I doing? Solder sucker. Yeah. Okay, let's give this a go. Which hole are we clearing again? I see it. I think it's the third one in. So if we whack this the other side, should get good contact. Get some solder on the end of our tip. Okay. Yeah, that didn't seem to suck very well. Showing a bit of flux on there. Let's try again. God damn it, I don't think that cleared either. I don't know if it's the hole or if the solder sack is not working as well as it should. Okay, that's clean. Thank God for that. But that better be every hole. If I see any more goddamn holes, I'm gonna cry. That looks clear now to me though. But I do want to quickly just clean up the top of that, because I'm fussy. And which one was it? It's the bottom one here. Yeah, it's okay. I was looking for the IPA. I've dropped it. Don't know where the lid with the IPA is. It's just going into the fifth dimension. Oh, damn it. That could be anywhere now. Gonna have to like just tactically tip a little bit of IPA out the bottle for a minute. Oh, yeah, that was the exact amount I needed. The board's totally not just swimming in IPA now. Okay, so all of these holes are clear and looking relatively okay. Like, I like them to look, by the time none of these look perfect. But they look more than good enough. We can chuck this into the ultrasonic cleaner now. And I guess it's going to have to be tomorrow now because it's got quite late that I put the new sticks in, calibrate it. I say put the new sticks in, put in a ultrasonic cleaner, take it out. I'll put new sticks in and we'll put it with the board that works, the bottom board that works, and we'll figure out which of the two cases are in the best condition. Yeah, it's all ready for sticks now. We're just going to go in the ultrasonic cleaner now. Even though it's looking much cleaner than it was, we still got some stickiness on it. We'd like to potentially get rid of like, I don't know if this is still showing up on here. Where the hell is this microscope? Are we in 3D, 2D? Which one? Why can I not even find where this is meant to be? Technical difficulties. There you go. Which side the board was it? It was this side, wasn't it? I think the water staining was on. You can still kind of see some marks, but like I've cleaned it this well before, and then they've come back. Plus, obviously, we've got like this little bit of grime down here, and there was a mark somewhere else. Oh, it was on this side of the board, like there. And some of the gunk around there. So hopefully that comes up clean. And there's some gunk in here. Don't know if you can see that. Let me try to. So I guess ultrasonic cleaner might as well. Since we've already heated it up and everything. But it'll either be tomorrow or the day after because I get back quite late tomorrow. I am looking again some more controllers on order maybe. Like I say on order, like trying to see if I can find any for sale. Some faulty ones to repair. But that's that board done for now. It should not have taken that long. This is a relatively simple job if you have hot day. It's relatively simple if you don't have hot day, but nothing seemed to go very well for us tonight. So I think I'll just keep this in. No, this is going there. Ultrasonic. Sleepy brain's definitely not working. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream here. I appreciate everybody who's tuned in tonight, everybody who's contributed, everybody who hasn't contributed. It makes no difference to me. Everybody's good. Thank you very much for just joining in and being part of the community. And yeah, it was nice to have a break from the headset for once. Nice to know you like buzzing noises and deciphering different frequencies of buzzing. Oh, like the 4 capacitors mix this buzzing, 2 capacitors mix this buzzing, etc. It was driving me crazy. So yeah, it was just nice to do something different. I would like to potentially do them watches at some point, but I'll have to have a look what I can do with that. Probably going to have a bench power supply to do some plating and look at how I could set up my grinders or polishers, etc. Yep, take care guys. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your night. Take it easy, Squish, Russie, Photofix, JFix, Someone, Sloth, Grass, Palm Deck. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody else. It's much appreciated. Take it easy and enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Hopefully we can have another stream soon. Bye now.